Hello, in this video I want to show you how to use the Scorbot ER3 robot controller software. It's a Windows based software which makes it so easy to program your robot and start moving around. So in order to get this software running, you need to go to the setting first with this button and select the right COM port. So as you see, before starting it means you need to connect your computer COM port to the controller with specific cable and power up your controller and turn it on. So as soon as you turn it on, you should be able to connect to the controller. So I go ahead and click on connect, and as you see, all the buttons get enabled. It means your connection is successful. So in this area on the setting, I'm not going to cover this in this video, so I go back and turn that off, and hopefully in next video I will show you how to use that portion of the software. As soon as you get connected, you should be able to jog the robot with this 10 buttons right here. Each buttons will move the robot with whatever you specified here as an steps. It means if I hit base plus, it means the motor for base axis will move 100 steps instantly, like this. Every time I click, it moves 100 steps. If you want to move more or less, you can use these two buttons to change this 100 step to more or less. So like 10 steps. Each time it goes very small amount. So it's very useful to get the robot to your position accurately. So let's jog around and then write a simple program to show how to use the software. For example, I move the base axis to 300. Then I should click record position to save the current position in the program. And I can keep moving, like let's go back to 100 again. Move some on shoulder axis and save position again, record position, and I turn back some like this. Let's do some of this to roll again. You can save as much as position you want. There is no limitation. As you see, on the top right corner of the software, these buttons, when you click, it sends the command to the controller directly and execute that. But this command on the bottom left side, when you click, it won't send the command directly to the controller. It saves the commands in the program window to run it later. There is so many things here you can use, like wait for some second, wait for one of the inputs. You can open close gripper. Let's use this. For example, in this point I open the gripper. Let's move more. I move here, do this, save, this, save, save, let's save. Just want to show some simple movement and then run the program. Oops, too high. I want to keep it in the camera view and save position. And at this point I close the gripper. So I have a program It moves the robot around, open the gripper, and then move again and close the gripper. When you have a program in here, you can easily just click on run button here to start executing this the program. But before that, I go ahead and save the program in case I don't lose it. So can save, give a name, test, and save it. Now you can run it. Let's see what happened. Robot will start moving based on your commands. See, open the gripper and then move. It moves to the position that you programmed before, and close the gripper and go back to the first line of the program. So there is some options here. You can run it step by step, I mean line by line. If I activate this, it says single step. It means when I click on run buttons, it only executes the first line and stop on the next line. So I can keep clicking on run button and it only runs one line. It's very good to check the program to make sure it works fine. But I can send it back like all steps and let it run all the program again. As you see, there is another button here. It says single cycle or run continuously. So if I click on this and run continuously, it means when I run, it run the program and go back to the first and run it again, and it never gets end. So for continuous run, you can use that. There is other commands here you can use in your program, like have a label, like add label. It will add one label in the program to use it later for like go to or go sub. You can wait until one of the inputs of the controller triggers. I can show you how to use it. For example, on this line, after this line, let's add wait for input. So I go ahead and click this. It says wait for input number 1. It means the program get executed until they reach to this line and wait for input 1 of the controller. You can have a switch attached to that input or any sensor. As soon as that switch or sensor get triggered, it passes this line and finish the program. Let's see what happened when I run the program like this. So second, third, fourth line, keep going, and it reached to this point and it's waiting for input 1. If I go ahead and click on input 1 test button on the controller, it means I trigger that input. As you see, it's keep moving. So you can use wait for input for lots of good programming purposes. You can turn on or off outputs, like turn on a light, turn on a motor, external motor, anything else you can use for output pins. You can, let's see, wait for some seconds, just simple delay you can use. I guess that's enough to get started using this software. If you have any question, you can send comments and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for watching it.